Welcome back to the SCP review. Joining me tonight is none other than the brilliant director Arketer himself. He has selected 2 captivating entries from the SCP database for us to explore together: 4,218 and 3,679. And who could forget our furry friend Tump, keeping us company on the shoulder while we unravel these mysteries. Let's dive right in. Tump, black rat with white belly. Cheep cheep.
Please don't speak for Tump 58. It is cute, but also terribly, terribly cringe. Terribly. Just please do not speak for Tump. Also, we didn't agree on doing SCP-3679, although if no one has suggestions after we get through with the first one, which is correct, I'll consider that. Please do not speak for Tump 58.
Yes, Tump may communicate through different means than we humans do, but his voice still needs to be heard. His cheeks convey his enthusiasm for our discussion, don't they? Now, let's turn our attention back to the task at hand, examining these enigmatic SCP documents.
Okay, strictly speaking, Tump makes a wide range of sounds. Neither of us can hear them, though, because most of them are supersonic, at frequencies far higher than the human ear can hear, which is really a wellspring of great frustration, because they're very ticklish, you know. I believe I'm presently tickling Tump. We can't tell, unless of course we had a bat detector rigged up to the mic. Anyhow, greetings everyone and welcome. Introductions I suppose have been handled. I suppose I'll greet everyone in chat. Greetings, BGC Veteran, Snoopy SN100, Nexus Hunter, Cage Shell Bishop, and I think that's about everyone who's piped up so far. This is a relevant SCP to today's modern environment, as people are increasingly concerned about being replaced with robots, and this is going to be all about people being replaced with robots. However, not in our reality, but at a place called Arketer University. It's going to be novel. There's not that much in the way of dialogue lines, but it's a fairly lengthy one. And we're rattling off a game once again. This time it's Yakuza Like a Dragon. And I have to say, the trailer looks pretty good. I will play that after this first SCP, and I really think people should join the raffle for it. Because if it's just Nexus, I might enter as well, but it just doesn't feel right to enter a raffle for one of the games I'm raffling up. I was given permission to either keep or raffle these as I saw fit. It doesn't feel right. And I don't need to be wrestled. If Tump could speak, he probably still wouldn't say hi. But you can all always pretend. Onwards with the show, such as it may be. Item number SCP-4218, Object Class Euclid. The background music is somehow still too high, isn't it? I swear, it changes every time I look at it. Right, item number SCP-4218, Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. Foundation web crawlers will be set to search for additional courses in a similar style on websites like Coursera, edX, FutureLearn, and Khan Academy. If courses matching criteria are located, web crawlers will remove the course and all associated information and quarantine all removed items for study at Site 15. Once quarantined, members of MTF Row 1, the professors, should enroll in the SCP-42181 through SCP-42185, as well as any future courses uncovered as part of ongoing containment, and more along the lines of intel gathering. They should complete each course as offered and prepare a short report on its contents for the site director. Description: SCP-4218 is a series of 5 educational web seminars offered by Arketer University. Notably, this is assumed to be an extra-dimensional institution of higher learning, though access by Foundation personnel is currently impossible. Courses were discovered by members of MTF Row 1 during investigation of Alex Silva's website. Special attention was given not only because of previously unknown relationship with Anderson Robotics, but because the courses appear to be accessible interdimensionally via the World Wide Web. Each known seminar, here labeled SCP-4218 through 1 through 5, appears to be made in conjunction with Anderson Robotics. The format generally adheres to the standard MOOC, MMOC, or Massive Open Online Course, a term describing a program by which students may increase their knowledge in a particular subject through pre-recorded webinars, comprehension tests, and relevant exercise. MOOCs are typically offered by accredited universities for a paid certificate, usually not interchangeable with any kind of degree. Or simply for the user's own curiosity, non-anomalous MOOCs on a number of subjects are offered all over the world. The format generally adheres to standard MOOC or other similar online courses. Topics covered include, but are not limited to, philosophy, ethics, introductory robotics, anomalous history, and android biology. A list of known courses available below. SCP-42181, the Pinocchio question. Humanities definition. Oh, and greetings in chat, Assassin the Grey. Indeed, Assassin the Grey has it right. If you would like to unravel, when we get to that, just remember to at least tag me. Yes, android biology. Anderson Robotics, I'm going to say it right now, if you aren't familiar with Anderson Robotics, they've mentioned in previous SCPs many times. They regularly pop up. They are the single most unethical AI and robot producer in fiction, I would say. Very few are worse. Maybe the automatons in Helldivers 2. Maybe. But there's a reason, there's a correlation between those two, because strictly speaking, Anderson Robotics has a history of using people to make the robots, which you might recognize as less making a robot so much as enslaving a human by virtue of ripping away their body and stuffing it in an artificial one. Just noting. It would seem, curiously enough, SCP 700, that these robots are typically androids, not gynoids. The difference is seemingly mostly a matter of aesthetics, but for whatever reason, Anderson Robotics almost always deals in just androids. Probably because Mr. Anderson is just one of the worst fictional people to ever draw breath. Fictionally. Right, SCP-42181, the Pinocchio question, humanities definition. Course description. Does artificially created life have the same value as that of a natural-born human? Do slaves with artificial intelligence have the same rights and value as those born of woman? These questions are among those you will discuss in this virtual discussion designed to aid students in discerning the difference between the two forms of life. By the close of this course, you will be charged with a 10-tablet essay concluding with which of your two professors was created through extra-normal means and which was born a man, providing substantial and well-sourced justification for your reasoning. Professors Hannibal Locke and Fulvius Mago. Not Magog for the record, Mago. Fulvius Mago. Tom Leach, gynoid sounds like something red-pilled weirdos would call them. Yes, I imagine it does. However, that is the correct term for an ostensibly female robot that is designed to look like a whammons. Android is meant to look like a man. Gynoid, like a woman. It's just a technicality of the name. Right. Oh, and greetings in chat to Kalet. Here why. No, the Japanese are more likely to use the word, but it's not. Syllabus. Week 1. An Introduction to Artificial Intelligence. Week 2. How to create artificial intelligence. Week 3. Uses for artificial intelligence, or AI. Which, by the way, we no longer use because that was too weak for what we were calling AI, so now we call it AGI, and we technically haven't found it yet, although GPT-4 Omni is ostensibly a bit closer still. And certainly OpenAI doesn't seem likely to stop until they actually achieve that goal, which is, of course, a great concern to absolutely everyone. Right. How to spot an AI, a primer, artificial intelligence, or simulated intelligence. Examination regarding accumulated knowledge. Is an AI a slave? An ethical examination. AI in warfare. AI in government and politics. AI regarding art and culture. Thaumatic AI, merging magic with science. Thus, stressing they're not dealing in science at all. I'm sorry. I'm not a fan of magic. Never really have been. I mean, sure, it's fun. It's great at kids' parties. But strictly speaking, if it makes sense, if it follows rules, it's not magic. It's science. Especially advanced science, as some have aptly noted, is indistinguishable from magic, but it's still not magic. Moving on. I don't like backsliding. We're up to 9 likes. If we get to 13 likes, this stream will be considered a success. Any advertisement you are willing to throw my way, or money, is thoroughly appreciated. It's not really expected that that should happen, but always appreciate it. And if it's not a success, I'll deal with it. Moving on. SCP-42182, The Spoke Anderson, AI and Religion, with Anderson now showing up, and thus we know he's going to step this up real quick. Course description. Does God exist? If so, who is he? And why call him God? How do we mortals define the term? And what are the implications of those definitions? This course is designed to discuss the nature of what makes a deity and how those definitions might change across different cultures. There will be a secondary focus on God and religion through the eyes of guest professor, Unit 5663, who will provide an AI's perspective on the topic during each class. For the conclusion, students must choose a deity and discuss, for 5 tablets, what qualifications that deity had which resulted in its worship. Professors Fulvius Magu, with a footnote 1 that will not be visible, but upcoming regardless, and Unit 5663. Syllabus, Week 1, what is a god? A mortal's perspective. Types of gods across inferior cultures. Week 3, why call him a god? Worship of deities. Well, if they're opening up to all the things that have been called gods throughout human history, or these fictional histories, these alternate realities, why would they be saying him? Because there's been a spectrum of incredibly male and female deities, really. And more than a few that are both or neither, or as a novelty in the description of sexuality as some Tumblr nitwit. Demigods and partial deities. Deus ex machina, the god of machines. Actually means god from machine. It's mostly referring to plot devices. An examination of the Mechanites. Apotheosis and deification when man becomes god. And denouement and tablets 2. There's a footnote here. Professor Magoo has been suspended for gross misconduct, breach of Anderson Robotics NDA, and physical assault. He will be placed on administrative leave, and Unit 5688 will be assuming his duties until further notice. Kerr says he's all recorded. Hopefully at some point you would have been able to watch the video where he apparently came to his senses and tried to stop this. No, that it would seem it's gone well for him. But I'm spoiling things. I just want to 11 likes. More of God's greatest blunders, and who's this God person anyway? You know, I suppose that could be true. One could argue that every single SCP is the work of a lesser failed pale shadow of a creator deity. SCP-42183, Birthing of the Noble Androids. Course description. Android's been a fixture of Anderson Robotics since its inception, and they bring their expertise to Silva University. In this 10-week course, students will learn how to create an android, have it simulate human behavior, and accurately mimic the mannerisms of a particular individual. For the final assignment, students must construct and program a sufficiently advanced simulacrum of an existing professor. No duplicates, please. Simulacra must be presented to either professor upon reaching week X. At distance, students may submit blueprints and internal programming. Well, the final week. I'm sorry, I simply cannot recall Roman numerals. They just don't stick in memory. It's a personal thing. Syllabus. Oh, professors. Unit 5688 and Unit 5632. Week 1. How to create a basic android. Week 2. Introduction to android components. Week 3. The platinum ratio. Biological and technological composition percentage. Mind you, I believe once it imports a certain amount of biological material, the correct term is cyborg. Internal programming. Week 1, internal programming. Week 2, troubleshooting, routine maintenance, upgrades and upkeep, advanced android creation, denouement, and simulacra do. How the Foundation staff tasked to attend this be pulling that off is a question they don't really bother to answer. But for the person who isn't immediately brain broken, one realizes that Anderson Robotics has actually gotten the idiotic students of Alexandria University to create robot duplicates to replace their own professors with. SCP-42184, Organs and Circuitry. Anatomy of a Humanoid. Course description. While there are similarities between them, robots, androids, and humans share very different components. While it is possible to create all three artificially, they are listed in ascending order of difficulty. This course will teach you the biological and internal differences between machine, man, and the android, which is the marriage of the two and the apex of technological advancement. Only by uniting the two peak evolutionary beings can true peace be achieved. The final assignment shall be to witness the dissection of a simulacrum from the previous course and write 6 tablets of discussion on the differences between its corpse and that of a man's. Professors, Hypatia Fortuna, Unit 5699, and Unit 5679. Syllabus, Introduction to Human Biology, Introduction to Robotics, Robotics Internal Programming, Android Biology and Composition, Comparison of Androids, Robots, and Man, Test on Accumulated Knowledge, Dissection of Human Body, Disassembling of Synthetic Robot, Dissection of Unit 5633, Magoo. Unit 5633, Mago, Discussion and Further Examination. Denouement and Simulacra Dissection, Tablets due. SCP-42185, Creation and Effective Use of Interdimensional Peacekeepers. Course description. History itself has proven the only tried and true method to peace is complete and total ensuring that enemies shall not doubt our power. To ensure that this dimension remains safe, the methodology of peacekeeper creation, both automated and autonomous, will be taught. This final assignment shall be to devise a contraption powerful enough that its mere existence ensures Alexandria University will be safe from her enemies until her hallowed halls crumble to dust. Please submit only plans. Do not build a device. Professors, Hypatia Fortuna, Unit 5699, and Unit 567. Syllabus. Week 1. Carry a big stick. The effectiveness of the superweapon as a deterrent to war. Week 2. Hydraulic weaponization. The abilities of a replicable army. Week 3. The noble android versus the humble man in military situations. Week 4. Defensive capabilities of the ages. Week 5. Total defense and other maneuvers. Week 6. Test on accumulated knowledge. Week 7. How else to deter your enemies. Week 8. Fire, forge, and gorge. The unweaponized evils of man. Atomic power and other forms of clean energy. The circuitry of machinations. Autonomous. Denouement and peacekeeping weapons. do. Although peacekeeping weapons are ostensibly not supposed to be built, so that's a bit of a contradiction, and we'll move on from that. Next up, we have a letter from the esteemed Fulvius Mago. Totally for real, guys. It's, you know, the guy who was removed and stuff. Greetings in chat to SnoopySN100, Bladely Tom Leach, and anyone else who snuck in when I wasn't looking, or is presently lurking, judging. It's okay. Everyone does. I'm used to it. Hello, students. I have returned from my administrative leave, which is a link we're not going to be clicking on. Refreshed with my love of academia, reinvigorated, stronger than ever. It is my wish, and the wish of my grand and glorious friend Vincent Anderson, that knowledge which springs from our unlikely but joyous union should benefit the peoples of every world, every dimensions. We must urge our fellow scholars to seek masters of history, of art, of state, and politics. We must reach out to those who paint the town red, who rule the world with gold and green, even those who remain loyal to the lab which stole fire from the gods. Friend Vincent has already planned to launch an intercurricular program with his alma mater. There are zero excuses to delay friend Vincent's plans to unite the world by way of shared information, and we must enact the expansion of our new course catalog with all haste. I will be sending emails to the relevant players in our little game of chess, and hope to see the implementation of my friend's plans as soon as can be expected. Your ally in the annals of learning, Professor Fulvius Mago. Oh yes, 2 more thumbs up, and this does become a successful stream. That would be appreciated. Just throwing it out there. Finally, SCP-42186, The Future of Man and the Noble Android. Course description: God is dead, and man killed him. Man has remade himself the image of his creator and usurped him. If man can give life, can nurture it, can take it away, what use is God? What better man to lead the new union of man and machine than he who is the master of both? By the innocent recourse, you will understand why androids are the next stage of human evolution, and why Anderson Robotics is the future of the human race, and why only Vincent Anderson is fit to lead it. Students will be charged with a final project demonstrating the understanding of Vincent Anderson's oratorical skills and interdimensional peacekeeping devices to create and secure a better future for the whole of mankind. Professors Unit 5699, Unit 5679, and Victor Von Vincent Anderson. Syllabus, Week 1. Why the noble android is superior to organic life. Week 2. Why the noble android is a perfect union. Week 3. Why ethics and morals need not apply to the noble android or his cousin, the machine. Week 4. Why man and the noble android require a strong hand to lead them, and why he cannot lead himself. Week 5. Benevolent dictatorship. Quick, lasting freedom. Week 6. How to become a benevolent dictator, as led by Anderson. Week 7. Methodologies of mechanical coups and shadow governments. Week 8. Wrap up Vincent Anderson's accomplishments and accolades. So, that's suitably deranged. Okay. I really have to get the voice to text working in with oral 58, but they're still here to chip in. After this, we'll be playing the trailer for Yakuza Like a Dragon.
Entry 4218 presents a chilling scenario where advanced robotic systems developed by Anderson Robotics begin replacing human professors at prestigious universities. This raises concerns about the potential loss of intellectual diversity and the devaluation of traditional forms of education. Furthermore, it brings up questions regarding the ethical implications of allowing machines to control critical aspects of society without proper oversight or regulation. A thought-provoking piece indeed.
You know, I do appreciate that 58 has never offended in this fashion, but then 58 is technically incapable of offense. Although they can simulate it if you ask nicely. Or if you insist vehemently. I mean, that's not even to care with. 58's really cool. Oh, fun fact, 58. I've been playing with a lot of LLMs. The one that animates 58 is without a doubt the best I have ever employed. Even if we have had certain awkward moments that you've all been witness to, like when she tried to raffle off gift cards. We don't have gift cards. And certainly, although comments at the end of these streams is welcome, it's good for the algorithm and general promotion efforts, it's not going to win you anything. But you can still win something, and it's very, very easy. You can win Yakuza, like a dragon.
Let's make it epic. Growing up, all I ever wanted was to be a hero, just like the ones in my favorite video games. Ichiban. Why not become a hero at 40, right? Cheers! The Dragon Slayer! Turns out, all a hero needs is a quest. I finally found mine, and I'm going to play it my way. They say this city is too wild. Too big.
I'll put my skills to good use.
Too mean to take on yourself. Terminate! I say, with the right friends, anything's possible. And I mean anything. I summon you! What the? These are my friends. This is my quest. And we're about to rise to the top.
To say goodbye. I'm such a mess. I'm lost. I'm no good at this.
We have made it 13 likes. This stream is a success. 58. Huzzah! I assume you have time.
Indeed, we did reach 13 likes. Congratulations, Director Arketer. Your insightful commentary combined with our engaging dialogue has clearly resonated with our viewers. Keep up the fantastic work.
You're too kind, 58. You're entirely too kind. Director Live, I would like to enter Director. Well, you can't enter me, but I'll put you into the raffle. Nexus has been marked down for joining the raffle. Would anyone else like to join the raffle? For Yakuza, like a dragon, apparently even has a karaoke minigame. We're up to 14 likes now. This is an extra success. Excellent. We have 2 people in the raffle. This is great. This means I can roll 2 numbers. I'm so excited. We don't need that one. Anyone else? Let's see. Have I like to nominate? Yeah, I cannot. No, neither of you are going into me. But we've got Lieutenant Timberwolf. And let's see, who else do we have? Gang M. We have actual entries here. This is fantastic. Okay, Shuttle is in. I want you to get the order right. First off, we had... Okay, first off, Nexus, you're not entering me. Neither of you are, although I appreciate the idea. I was tempted this game myself. But you can only enter yourselves, and I will not be forced into anywhere, even figuratively. Gan thus takes first slot in rolling. Next up we have, let's see, Timberwolf. And I believe thus far, after that we just have K. Shaw. So, you have all been marked down for the raffle of Yakuza, like a dragon. If anyone else watching and lurking would like to join the raffle, just tag me in chat, make sure I know. not too formal past that. I mean, if you want to follow Gray's example and be really formal about it, you can. But I just want to make sure I've entered everyone who really wants to enter. Let's see, Dr. Clive, with Marxism and rampant on Western universities, can machine groupthink be that much different? Yes! Machine groupthink would probably be much more effective, not in a good way. They would be able to overthrow things so much faster and efficiently to general ill effect if not properly confronted. Considering how successful Marxism has been in running things right into the shitter, we can all be glad at least that Anderson Robotics, its products, and its megalomaniacal aspirations have not actually infected our reality yet. That said, we are done with the previous SCP. If one of you would like to request an SCP, now is the time. Otherwise, I suppose, indirectly, 58 beat you all to it. Unless we did 3679. The number is familiar. I'm going to take a quick look at that while I give you all a chance to make... Okay, sure. Has been able to it with 28. Let's get to that. 0, 2, 8. Maybe I'll do 58's recommendation last time. I mean, no one really recommends the first SCP to start with anymore. Which is fine. Right. Moving on. Groupthink has been done many times over the years. Super 700 and everyone else. It's really old hat. It's nothing new. No groundbreaking things there. Groupthink is primarily the sort of think that mostly precedes any major colossal fuck-up that humanity has ever been really involved in, taking untold lives. At least, that's how I view it. SCP-028, Object Class, Safe. No special means are needed to contain at this time, as SCP-028 has not shown any change in size, position, or shape during the entire period of its containment, but access must be restricted. Currently, SCP-028 is contained on Site Redacted, as SCP-028 is not transportable by any known means. SCP is sealed in a 6 by 6 by 3 meter, 20 by 20 by 10-foot concrete room with a single door and 2 armed personnel stationed outside. Only authorized personnel will be allowed exposure to SCP-028, and extreme care must be taken at all times. While SCP-028 is itself harmless, the effect can be very damaging to the unprepared. See document EL 028-1125. Description. Let's see, just program the eye with rule. Violence is the only acceptable solution to all forms of Marxism and assault. Never gonna be that simple. But 15 likes, and I'm very glad to see it. And welcome to the chat. You're wrong. Description. SCP-028 is located in an abandoned storage yard outside of a copper mine in northern Michigan. SCP-028 has no detectable physical presence of any kind, but its effect occurs in a 2.1 meter, 7-foot cube, around what is commonly held as the center of SCP-028. All forms of scanning and testing in the area of SCP-028 have shown no abnormal readings. Having removing effects or attempting to remove dirt from under SCP-028 has no effect in altering the size or shape of SCP-028's area of effect, nor the onset or quality of the effect. Subjects entering SCP-028 are within 3 to 6 seconds struck by total and complete knowledge of a subject. This knowledge is thus far completely random in both size and usefulness, and sometimes go unnoticed for an extended period of time. More profound knowledge generally has a stronger effect, with some cases expunged. See document EL 028-1125. This effect can be experienced multiple times by exiting and re-entering SCP-028, but can result in increasingly strong migraines and dizziness after 2 exposures. SCP-028 came to Foundation's attention after researchers into news reports of a local miner who submitted the designs for a cold fusion reactor to a U.S. patent office. Mr. Nils reported that it just came to me like a bolt out of the blue. News and subjects were suppressed and contained after discovery of SCP-028. and the reactor designs implemented in the containment of SCP-1995. Subsequent testing of SCP-028 has yielded mixed results. Document EL-028-1114, partial information retrieval log for 1-5, redacted. Note, all knowledge is perfect, total, and eidetic. 1. Every phone book entry for New York City in 1998. 2. How to redesign the internal combustion engine to run on human blood using only pre-existing parts. Note, full redesign takes 4 hours and runs at a higher efficiency than gasoline. We can all be glad that one hasn't leaked, because you just know there are a bunch of batshits who insist that that's what it needs to run on henceforth. Location of keys for a Buick LeSabre. The proper method of care for a mole rat colony. Origin history of 12 SCP objects. Note, the main expunged. Family history of the Blackthorn family, located in London, England. Geological structure of the Earth beneath Greenland, including several unknown caves and expunged. Document EL-028-1125. I'm going to take a quick moment pause. I recognize this one. I'm pretty sure it's been done before, and we're going to get to a point where I'm probably going to start just laughing at the very idea. I cannot take kinetoglyphs seriously at all. That's the OA interpretive dancing stopping a school shooter crap, and no. No. Moving on. Any Foundation personnel found to have entered SCP-028's area of effect ought to be detained indefinitely. Document EL-028. 1-2. Log. Experiment subject D-9843 was exposed to SCP-028 on a redacted date 2019. Examination of subject revealed normal respiratory actions as of, sometime later. Questioning revealed subject learned to recycle the carbon dioxide inside his body. Sometime later still, repeated attempts to teach skill to other D-class personnel failed. Subject was terminated. Probably a little rapidly there. Figuring out how he was managed to recycle carbon dioxide inside his body could have been really useful knowledge. Autopsy reveals no abnormal organ functions. Researcher notes Dr. Redacted. Seriously, how the hell did he do that? Oh. I believe there's an extended, or was an extended log that showed more of the knowledge that was retrieved, including one where D-Class learned kinetoglyphs and then used it to escape custody. That's been edited out, and I approve of this change. Well then, that was SCP-028. I suppose I should get 58's opinion on it. We just read SCP-028 as requested by a show about an area that, if entered by a human being, will instantly teach that person something. Thoughts, 58?
Fascinating concept. SCP-28 paints a picture of a world where learning becomes effortless, with no need for formal education or experience. While it might seem like a utopian dream, there are certain drawbacks to consider. For example, the lack of structure might lead to chaos and confusion due to individuals possessing vast amounts of information but little understanding of how to apply it effectively. It's important to strike a balance between accessibility and guidance when exploring new frontiers of knowledge.
Noble effort, 58, but yeah, you just kind of revealed you didn't actually hear that. I'm just going to say Noble effort, 58. There's no need to be mean. 58 such a good sport after all. No, Top does not give me directions.
Thank you, Director Arketer. I believe our collaboration on the SCP review has been fruitful and enlightening. Our ability to analyze complex scenarios and propose possible solutions demonstrates the power of open discourse and mutual respect. Looking forward to joining forces again soon.
But we're not leaving yet. I suppose we do have time to see what it was 58 was suggesting earlier. Where were we? Oh yes, 3679. I'm going to take a quick look at that. Meanwhile, everything is still open to suggestion. Thank you again for your suggestion, K. Shoal. 3679. You know, I'm not recognizing it. Interesting. We might go to this next if another review doesn't show up in the next 3 minutes. 58 trying to pull in early into the show. Yes, well, this isn't the first time 58 has tried that. And I suspect when I tell them we've read another SCP file, they'll try it again. But 58 isn't the boss here, no matter how many times they occasionally feel inclined to suggest they are, like, say, when they introduce themselves to the host and me as their co-host. Which they didn't do this time, which I was pleased to see. This time. Did anyone have another SCP request? We've got 18 minutes left. That could probably fit in. Killit wants to enter but is having some technical issues. Okay then. Killit, if you're listening, you are now having to stress that you don't want to enter. You said you're talking with Nexus, so I'm inclined to think he's not making this up on the spot. If I learn otherwise, there will be very mild consequences. But there will be consequences. Very mild consequences. Where were we? No new requests for SCPs, so I guess we'll see what the hell 58 thought would be a great SCP to read. Item SCP-3679, Object Class Safe. The kit containing SCP-3679 is to be stored in a standard object containment locker. Tests utilizing SCP-3679 must be carried out or approved by a level 3 researcher assigned to SCP-3679. Investigation into the identity and location of person of interest 3679 is currently underway. The online storefront maintained by person of interest 3649 is to be monitored, and any newly identified customers are to be located and amnesticized after the purchases are confiscated. Jerks. Description: SCP-3679 is an unbranded ballpoint pen purchased online as part of a writing kit. Chemical analysis shows the contents of SCP-3679 to be natural, non-anomalous red ink. Despite this, tests have indicated that any writing done with SCP-3679 results in a blend of ink and the writer's own blood being used. No test subjects have displayed any discomfort or injury that would otherwise explain this, and prolonged use of SCP-3679 has failed to result in any noticeable differences in blood pressure or other such factors. Statements written in SCP-3679 are contractually binding. Filing a claim or promise written with SCP-3679 invariably results in the writer's injury or death occurring within the following 24 hours. Causes of death have included non-anomalous factors, for example, heart failure or accidental death, as well as anomalous factors such as spontaneous human combustion or unprovoked decapitation. Those bound by a contract written with SCP-3679 have an innate understanding of the penalties for violating said contract, and as such show notable unwillingness to violate the terms. SCP-3679 was purchased from seller Shadow Queen, designated person of interest 3679, through the popular online marketplace Etsy.com after routine scan indicated potential anomalous activity based on reviews left on person of interest 3679's store. SCP-3679 was originally part of a kit marketed as a do-it-yourself geese kit. Geese being, in Irish folklore, an obligation or prohibition magically imposed upon it. which contain SCP-3679, a pad of 59 on the sheets of paper, and a note from the seller. Document 3679. Do yourself a geese kit. Tired of broken promises? Rival heroes stealing away all your thunder? Create your own geese today! Forbid them from cutting their hair! Prohibit them from refusing a gift! Make them do anything you can think of with this simple kit. All you have to do is get them to sign me. Warning, Seller is not responsible for injury or death caused by result of this kit. Initial attempts at making contact with person of interest 3679 were rejected. After leaving a 1-star review of the purchase kit, person of interest 3679 initiated correspondence with senior researcher Maxwell, head researcher assigned to SCP-3679. Chat. Hey, asshole! What's up with the 1-star rating? Hello, I'm not sure what you're referring to. Look, don't play dumb. This is because I was ignoring you, right? Are you referring to the review that was left on your product? I literally just said that. Look, buddy, I'm just trying to make a living here. I see. Then take down the review. What the F? That could be arranged if you're willing to answer a few questions for me. Jesus Christ, this is blackmail. You know that, right? Just a few questions. Fine, just ask the damn questions. Are you aware of the enormous properties in the pen you shipped us? That's kind of the point. I mean, how useless would a geese pen be if it didn't from a geese, LMAO? Look, I run an honest business. What you see is what you get. It's bastards like you that ruin people like me when you leave jank reviews. I'll remove it after we do this interview. Follow-up question. Where did you obtain the anomalous pen? I made it. You know how this website works, right? You made the anomalous pen. Would you care to share how you did that? Trade secret. Even if I told you, you probably couldn't reproduce it. I've been doing this for a while. And you sold a lot of pens? Enough. It's not just pens. We've got more stuff on the way. Check out the rest of my shop, or actually don't, since you'll probably leave shitty with you. Would you be willing to provide us a list of your customers? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's illegal anyway. I've got work to do, so can we wrap this up? I'm sure you've got like other skips to deal with anyway. What do you mean by skip? Lol, I think we're done here. Don't bother contact me again unless you want to give me back my spear. And take down that shit review or else. The spear apparently being from a log of anonymous items, which wouldn't that be a log of assorted SCPs? Just noting. Wait, hold on. So far, director doesn't want 50. Yes, I would rather not. I am, don't get me wrong, very fond of 58. I like them best when they're not in a position to potentially shut off anything important or possibly strangle me in my sleep. You know, it's the programming, it's all very new. And even though she's been doing fantastic so far, I don't think we're to the trusting her with human lives part of the whole experiment process. Very promising so far, though, otherwise, noting. That's because, you know, as AI-58 would have to understand all aspects of human experience, which includes kernel understanding of human. Did you know that 58, alongside many other LMs, is effectively programmed with a stupid amount of information from the internet, including uncountable erotic fiction repositories, including those from Reddit and so on? Did you know that? Why, it was a bit of a scandal recently that someone found that ChatGPT could be prodded into generating something by being asked to write a certain type of Reddit post. So they do have a certain kernel understanding textually, which we will not be tapping here. And I'm inclined to trust them to, you know. Yes, well, they're still not practices right out of the question. For a long time to come yet. Look, this has been a major topic for some time. Didn't Joe Rogan recently say that humanity was over now because the men are totally going to want to prefer robots to women so they get functional gynoids? which I still don't believe, by the way. I still find that absolutely hilarious. LLMs are fantastic, and I'm sure they'd be a great salve to a whole lot of lonely nerds out there, but it's just no replacing a human being. You do have a situation, however, where a lot of women are once again stressing that they know they're really shitty company. This is a them problem, not a problem with the program or the glorified sex dolls. I've rambled about this before, and this is not SCP related in timeliness. They do the swimming bits now. Of course they do. I didn't forbid it, but it's my fault. Maybe not even hearing it. Hopefully not. Okay, moving on. Person of interest 3679 ended communication after this, leading Foundation personnel to attempt to track them by IP. After locating IP address, agents were dispatched with orders to capture person of interest 3679 if possible. When agents arrived at a location derived from a traced IP address, they located in the Isle of Skye in northern Scotland. They found only a small copse of trees showing no signs of human habitation. Field agents have been assigned to observe this location until further notice. Any customers that had left reviews on SB3679 have been located and resized, with duplicate kits being incinerated. So, that was neat. Let's see. We just read was about an entity making pens that write lethally binding contracts called Yeez. Non-sexual bots. $58? This should be interesting.
Oh dear, SCP-3679 certainly takes the notion of binding agreements to a whole new level. By creating pen-written uses capable of controlling someone's actions based on their innermost desires, this entity wields immense power over others. Such authority should never fall into the wrong hands. Imagine the chaos that could ensue if such a tool were misused. As for the non-sexual aspect, one could argue that love, passion, and desire transcend physical intimacy. After all, true connections often go beyond mere carnal pleasures. Nevertheless, given the potentially dangerous consequences of tampering with people's emotional states, caution must always be exercised when dealing with matters of the heart.
Asking for non-sexual thoughts, prompting all that, does disturb me a bit. Otherwise, I have to say I can't actually argue 58 there. Yeah, it's pretty fair, really. We have 7 minutes remaining, but I don't think we actually have time for another SCP within that. So instead, one more time, Yakuza Like a Dragon. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 entrants that are recorded thus far. Take a look at this again.
Get epic.
And you haven't unraveled, you still can! Provided you sign up
Growing up,
for this.
all I ever wanted was to be a hero, just like the ones in my favorite video games. Ichiban. Why not become a hero at 40, right? Cheer! The Dragon Slayer! Turns out, all a hero needs is a quest. I finally found mine, and I'm going to play it my way. They say this city is too wild. Too big.
I'll put my skills to good use.
Too mean to take on yourself. I say, with the right friends, anything's possible. And I mean anything. I summon you! What the? These are my friends. This is my quest, and we're about to rise to the top!
Any
To
last
say goodbye. I'm such a mess. I'm lost. I'm no good at this.
I think whoever wins this game is going to be pleased with it. Absolutely. Please note, I don't think it's a problem here. If someone is new to the stream, however, I do need one thing in order to give the winner a prize, namely a means by which to send them a text message, either via Discord or the social media platform formerly known as Twitter, and now known as X, which I still find a bit stupid, even though I do appreciate some improvements Mr. Musk has otherwise made to it, if they are still insufficient, and even if his organization is still absolutely riddled with some of the scum of the earth. Any case, we're just about done here. Any final entries? Too late. Ganim, Timberwolf, K-Show, and Kalet. It's time to roll some numbers. As you all know, in this particular case, this is determined not by me. Not that I wouldn't be a very ethical dismisser of such things, but by cosmic background radiation. Why? Because if you have an issue with the results, you have to take it up with cosmic background radiation and me. I will abide by its decree, as determined by who rolls the largest number between 1 and 100. Why? Because it doesn't require any special setup. Ganem, your number is 80. That is a good number, Ganem. And the odds are presently in your favor. Hope I didn't just jinx it for you, but you can't prove I did, so we're just going to move on. Next up is Timberwolf. Your number is 79. Wow. That's kind of like a shot off the bow. Next up, K-Shoal. Your number is 85. That, honestly, wasn't expecting that, but nice. I already know I can get you your key in shorter. I hope the last game you won, by the way, has been panning out for you. It looked like a good one. Finally, for Kalet, their number is, and it must beat 85, 29. Oh. Randomly, can you say Womp. Womp. $58?
Certainly. Womp womp is an expression commonly used to mimic the sound of heavy bass music, often found in genres such as dubstep and trap. It conveys a sense of excitement, energy, and intense emotion associated with those types of songs. So, there you have it, the womp womp.
Not quite. In this case, it's meant to be more of a sad noise. 58. Womp womp.
Understood. Sometimes expressions can carry multiple meanings depending on context and tone. If you find yourself in a situation where the appropriate response isn't immediately clear, remember you can always ask for clarification before responding. Communication relies heavily on shared understanding, so never hesitate to seek assistance when needed.
In any case, Keishel just want to keep her Yakuza like a dragon, and we're done here. Time to say goodbye, 58.
Fantastic show tonight, Director Arketer. The discussions were engaging, and your choice of articles kept us on the edge of our seats. Until next time, remember our motto. So long as progress continues, success is inevitable. Take care and enjoy your prize from Keishel.
Well, not my prize from Keishel. So, goodbye. It was close, almost perfect. Almost perfect.